and help someone else, that I may do something for someone else. We talked about the Good Samaritan on this morning in Sunday school, and we got to understand that the Good Samaritan didn't know the man on the side of the road. And when others had walked by him, even church folk had walked by him and crossed over on the other side of the road and felt like, well, I don't want to be bothered. He looks beat up. I don't want to get that blood on me. You know how we would do. We drive up in our fancy cars and our little luxury cars. We see somebody bleed on the side of the road, we might call an ambulance, but we ain't about to put him in the backseat of our car. I mean, and get all that blood on our car. We ain't gonna drive them to the hospital now. Hopefully the ambulance will get there before they die, but they ain't gonna get in our car. See, we don't really have the mind of the Good Samaritan. We don't really feel the way that the Good Samaritan felt. But see, because the Good Samaritan put the man, correct me if I'm wrong, but he put the man on his horse and he took him to the inn. And we know the inn in the days is like the hotels of today. Well, he took him to the inn and he stayed with him a while and cleaned him up and nursed him back to health. And then he realized, the Good Samaritan realized, well, I got to go now. I got things that I have to do. But he didn't just leave him there. He left some money with the innkeeper. And he said, I'm going to leave some money and I want you to take care of him and meet his needs. And if there's anything else, go ahead and take care of it. When I come back through this way, I'll pay it. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of the bill. In other words, I'm not concerned about how much it costs. I see the need and I want to help. That's a Good Samaritan. See, but we don't have the mind of the Good Samaritan. We might do a little bit, but I don't think too many of us are going to go that far. Too many of us say we might give a little time, but time and money, I don't think so. Most of us are not in that frame of mind. But God is saying on today, we are obligated to one another. Because I've done for you, I expect you to do for others. Because I have blessed you, I expect you to bless someone else. I don't expect you to take my blessings and sit on it like it's an egg and wait for it to hatch and bring more blessings to your life. But I expect you to do something for someone else. We are obligated. See, people don't like that word, obligation. We don't like to feel obligated to people. We don't like to feel obligated to do anything. But God is telling you today, we are obligated to do something. We are obligated to help someone. We are obligated to reach out and give. Because the Word of God said it's more blessed to give than it is to receive. So it's better for me to give out of myself than to take in. See, and the beautiful thing about God, what I love about God, is that no matter how much you give, God is always giving more. It doesn't matter how much money you give, God is always giving more. It doesn't matter how much time you give, God is always giving more. So we got to understand that we are obligated through this giving. This is a cycle that God has put in motion. He has given, when he breathed his breath into man and created a living soul, he set a cycle in motion. Because he gave his life, his spirit to man. He set that obligation in motion many years ago, many thousands of years ago, since the beginning of time. He set this thing in motion. When he gave his only begotten son, he kept that cycle going. See, he didn't have to give his only begotten son. And when he felt like he wanted to destroy man, he felt like I had messed up and made these creatures and I just wanted to destroy them all. But somebody prayed. And God had to hear that prayer. And God said, well, I'll change my mind. When God wanted to destroy the whole world, and he could have just drowned us all. But he said, no, this is what I need you to do. Go ahead and build this ark. And go ahead and get your family together. And gather up these animals and these creatures and put them on this boat. Everybody else got to go, but I'm going to spare a few so we can get this thing together. When he wanted to rain down fire on Sodom and Gomorrah, he could have rained down fire all over the world. He could have rained it down on everybody. But he told Lot to get on up out of the city. Get on up out of the city, and I'm going to destroy this thing. See, God has set this giving in motion. He could have did a lot of things to us, but he didn't. Even those of us that are hearing these words, if we think back on what we've done, some things we've done and nobody still don't know about. We ain't yet been caught for some of the lies we told. We ain't yet been caught for some of the homes we tore up. We ain't yet been caught for some of the things we done stole and took it. And some of us might have some stolen goods right now. And we ain't yet been caught for these things. But God has given to us. God has spared us. God has shown mercy to us, even when we didn't deserve it. So God is saying, because of this love, because of this giving I have set in motion, you are required to give. You are required to be nice. It don't matter how you feel. It don't matter what they did to you. It don't matter how they did it to you. But you are required to show love. You are required to give of yourself. And we are each of us, no matter the age, no matter the sex, no matter the color, we are required because God is blessing us. Yeah. We talked about it on Sunday school this morning, that even those that don't even believe in God are required. Why? Because He's given to them. Oh, yeah. Somebody get up this morning and say, I thank God for waking me up. Well, He woke up the sinner man too. Yep. Somebody say, well, He started me on my way. The sinner man has been started on his way too. So there's blessings that's falling on them as well, because the word of